Well. Back for another segment, are we? It's the 10-Minute Sports Report with your host here, Captain Boring. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the 10-Minute Sports Reports. It's the segment that one person asked for, but no one really wanted. We are the 10-Minute Sports Report for April 25th, 2023. And boy, do we got some news for you, so let's jump right in. For the second time in 15 years, the Green Bay Packers are trading a first-ballot Hall of Famer to the New York Jets. That's right, Aaron Rodgers is finally on the move. He has been traded to the New York Jets for the first-round pick, number 15, a fifth-round pick, number 17. Those are all going to the Jets for New York's 13th overall pick, that's in the first round. Their second round pick this year, that's number 42. Their sixth round pick this year, that's number 207. And a conditional 2024 second round pick that becomes a first round pick if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps, which, unless if the New York Jets really suck or he gets injured, that's probably going to end up being a first round. So in reality, the Green Bay Packers get two first-round picks, a second-round pick, and a sixth-round pick, all for Aaron Rodgers. Now, I'm not saying that it is a dumb idea to trade for a 38-year-old quarterback going on 39 who, let's say, is on the fence about playing football from year to year. But what I will say is it's about as smart as if you pay the $8 a month to get a blue check mark on Instagram. Let's flip over to some playoff basketball. The team with the best record in the regular season and the number one seed in the East is in some trouble after a scintillating 56-point performance by Jimmy Butler, star forward of the Miami Heat. The Milwaukee Bucks now trail the 8-seed Miami Heat 3-1. Now, it is worth noting that Giannis Antetokounmpo did miss 2 games, and in this Game 4, he did have a triple-double. It is noted, should also be noted, that Jimmy Butler isn't getting much offensive help from anyone else. However, the Bucks, who were one of the best defensive teams in the regular season, now all of a sudden can't play defense. One of the worst three-point shooting teams in the Miami Heat are now shooting threes at a hot clip. And playoff Jimmy Butler is back. So, Game 5 will be tomorrow night. That is Tuesday. It will be Wednesday the 26th. It will be exciting. Can Milwaukee win 3 straight? Can Giannis keep his greatness tag alive? Because if you are a 1 seed with the best overall record in the NBA and you lose to the 8 seed in the playoffs, your greatness tag is forever tarnished. Speaking of greatness tags, someone who has been tagged great for a long time and will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, LeBron James leads the way for the Los Angeles Lakers in a 117-111 overtime win versus the number 2 seed in the West, Memphis Grizzlies. The Los Angeles Lakers go up 3-1 on the 2 seed Grizzlies. LeBron James had 22 points and 20 rebounds. Desmond Bane for the Memphis Grizzlies led all scores with 36. However, it was not nearly enough as the Lakers take a commanding 3-1 lead, and that game also shifts back to Memphis on Wednesday. Coming at you tonight, that is Tuesday the 25th. The Hawks try to avoid elimination versus Boston in Game 4. That is in TD Garden in Boston. At the rest of these games, the teams are trying to avoid elimination. The Timberwolves are on the road tonight in Game 5 against the Denver Nuggets to try to avoid elimination against the West number 1 seed. And then finally, the Los Angeles Clippers will try to avoid elimination on the road in Phoenix tonight, trailing 3-1. And it should be noted that Kawhi Leonard is also ruled out for Game 5. Paul George is also is ruled out for Game 5. So the two stars 3 summers ago that signed for the Los Angeles Clippers in the biggest game of both of their careers are not anywhere to be found. Let's shift our attention to the race for the Lord Stanley Cup, and I'll get you some scores from Monday, and then get you a look at what's happening on Tuesdays. The New Jersey Devils tied their series with the New York Rangers with a 3-1 victory in Game 4. The Toronto Maple Leafs, who were down at 1 point 4-1 in the game, rally all the way back, score 3 goals in the third period to win in overtime 5-4 to take a commanding 3-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Alexander Kerfoot scores the game-winning goal, and the Leafs rally from a 4-1 deficit. The Las Vegas Golden Knights use a 2-goal second period to beat the Winnipeg Jets 4-2 to also take a commanding 3-1 lead. They score twice within a minute in the second period to help put the Winnipeg Jets on their back facing elimination. And finally, the defending champs Colorado Avalanche, who had to overcome 2 first-period goals, lose in overtime 3-2, as the Seattle Kraken get their first home win in the playoffs in over 100 years, as that series is tied at 2 apiece, facing a pivotal Game 5. Some scores coming at you tonight. That is Tuesday the 25th. The Islanders try to eliminate the Carolina Hurricane on the road tonight. That is on ESPN at 7 p.m. A pivotal Game 5 in the Minnesota Wild Dallas Stars series, with that series all tied at 2. The Stars are at home to try to take a 3-2 lead. And then finally on ESPN on set at 9:30, the Edmonton Oilers, try to take a 3-2 lead over the Los Angeles Kings, with that series tied at 2. I would also like to note that I'll call them grounds crew. They're not really grounds crew. They're the arena workers for Crypto Arena, formerly Staples Center in Los Angeles, had to change the flooring over this past weekend 5 times in 48 hours because they had a Kings playoff game, Clippers playoff game, and Lakers playoff game, and they had multiple of those over the course of the weekend. They had to change it 5 times over the weekend, so shout out to everyone involved. That is no small feat, and in the speed up version is very cool. I will go ahead and I will post that on the 4th and 1 podcast Instagram page. That will do it for today's 10-minute sports report. Tune in Friday at 6 a.m. for a brand new episode of the the 4th and 1 podcast with your host here, Captain Mooring, and your host of the 4th and 1 podcast, Fancy Trash Can. And as always, tune in tomorrow for another edition of the 10-minute sports report. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope you have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Wash your hands, you filthy animals. God bless you and peace out.